Pull up, two-door swerve. Ay, pull up. Ay, pull up, two-door swerving. Back in the day, I was wordless. Started from the service in the middle of the desert with a weather hot enough to break a motherfucking thermos, nigga. Ay, look at the flick of my wrist.
What's going on, guys? Back here with an episode of Copper Flop, where we review the new premium set in NBA 2K18. So, first things first, obviously I'm about a week late. It's Thursday when I'm recording this. I assume I'm going to put it up today. But yeah, the hype's kind of gone from these cards, and I want to just apologize. Sometimes life and other things come before making a YouTube video, and I was just really busy last week. So I feel really bad because it's kind of my thing to get it out there right away and to kind of review the cards so you guys have a good opinion on these cards and whether or not you should even consider buying them. But we're going to do that here. It's going to be a little bit shorter because I assume most of you guys have already seen most of these cards, and if not, then it's still something new. So as usual, we'll look at the price of the packs. 11,250 VC or 10,500 MT, so $4 to $5 in US dollars. Not sure about Australia or Euro, or the Euro, but yeah, there's that. It's pretty expensive. Do I recommend it? I mean, you can see I have the MT or the VC. That doesn't mean I'm going to use it. I haven't spent any VC all year. I've just kind of accumulated that over the sales. I'm kind of waiting for a better pack. So just want to get that out there because I really don't want you guys to think I'm a hypocrite, because I really don't recommend spending a lot of your money on these packs because usually the odds aren't too good. Especially right now, I don't recommend pulling these packs right now because they're usually, the odds are better on these premium sets right away when they first come out. So anyway, enough. I'm getting off the point here. Let's look at this first card, Iman Shumpert. This card's very cheap. Again, I'm going to go really quick through some of these cards just because there's nothing too big. But this is the one really cheap Ruby budget card that I really recommend getting. 6'5" shooting guard, great offense and defense, technically an Amethyst. Yeah, I'm comparing him to Pink Diamond James Harden. That's not really a fair comparison, so we'll compare him to like Rex Chapman, another Ruby. So very good everything. Has a good open the shot 3 of 89 in mid-range. Can speed boost, has a good free throw. Again, I'm going to go kind of quick here, just kind of glance over most of the stats, and I'll point out the really key ones. Very good, can speed boost, can dunk, just good all around. This is a very good card, and he even has high dunking tendencies. So I have not played this card yet, surprisingly, but very good card. I really recommend it. Very cheap. You can probably pick it up for 500 to 1,000 MT if you just keep looking. So next up, Daniels, not McDaniels. This card, you can just buy it for 500 MT if you're lucky, all the way up to 600. Like, it's very cheap, not expensive at all. A very good, solid card all around. Again, I'm gonna go really quick. Nothing too big here. I mean, he's just good all around, kind of like that Iman Shumpert. Not quite as good, but very good. Dunking isn't too crazy, but can shoot the 3, can speed boost. Can speed boost, right? I'm trying to remember. I don't have this card. Where am I going? Can speed boost, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, guys. I review these cards, and you think I should know where the ball control is. There it is. Yeah, definitely can speed boost 88. So yeah, good all-around card. 5 gold badges. Again, I recommend picking that up if you're a really budget badass or baller. So Elton, Emeka Okafor. I'll show the cards, and I'm gonna be honest, not worth getting this card. I don't recommend getting this card. A 6'9", I believe, center, very undersized. You might as well get Emeka Okafor. I'm sorry if that's your favorite guy, Elton Brand. I'm gonna skip over him. Flame me in the comments if that's your favorite player, and I'm really screwing you over. But I recommend this card, Emeka Okafor, over Elton Brand. He's taller at another inch. Really good on defense, and he has a mid-range of 78, so he can shoot that, but doesn't have a 3-ball, but very good defensively, can grab a lot of rebounds. Obviously can't speed boost, but has a 70 speed, so pretty quick. And then dunking tendency, 100 standing, 95 driving, 95 flashy, so way better than Elton Brand. I'm saving you some time there. If you're gonna get one of these, get Emeka Okafor. So going up next, we have Amethyst Carlos Boozer. This card's very cheap, another budget card. If you can afford it, go right to this Carlos Boozer instead of Emeka Okafor. This one has 4 Hall of Fame badges, them being Hustle Rebounder, Pick and Roller, Putback King, and Pick and Popper. 11 gold badges, so definitely, again, if you need like a budget card and you want to get this card, get Carlos Boozer. Maybe you're a huge Carlos Boozer fan, but very good stats, very good defensively. This is a really good comparison right here. Sean Kemp, Diamond. This card's very good But Carlos Boozer has the post moves, has a mid-range, doesn't have a 3-ball, but I mean, that's okay. 80 free ball, and this guy has some crazy dunking stats. Of course, he can rebound. Defense is there, but look at these dunks. 97 standing, 90 driving dunk, 95 contact, and look at these tendencies. 95 standing and 89 driving dunk and 89 flashy. So I'm hyping up the dunk because I don't know if you guys watch Space Bird ever, but he uses this card, and this card has amazing packages. So don't sleep on this card. It's very good. It's a little undersized, I guess, if you run him at center, but I recommend running him at power forward. So up next, the next Amethyst, Sidney Moncrief. This card was going for way cheaper at the beginning, but he's going for about 24,000. You probably could get him a little cheaper. I'm recording this kind of during the day, so there's not too many cards up, but just a really good lockdown defender. 99 defense, of course. With these Hall of Fame badges, he has pickpocket, chase down, pick dodger, and defensive stopper. Very good lockdown defender. Do I recommend him? And we haven't even got to the stats. I really don't, because the defense is not too good this year, but at least offensively they kind of upped his game. Let me get a card without a shoe to look at his attributes. So he has an 84 open shot 3, which is very generous for this card. Usually every year they screw him there. Can speed boost 86. Isn't really too good at rebounding, but look at these defensive stats. 99 lateral quickness, 99 pass perception, 98 shot contest, steal 98, 99 everything. So this is a guy is a lockdown defender. Maybe I'll take back what I said. I mean, I don't recommend him over like an Amethyst James Harden, because again, the main thing with this card is the defense, and the defense isn't that godly this year. I mean, it's pretty broken, but maybe you're a Bucks fan. Maybe you're a really big Bucks fan, and this is a dream come true. So Sidney Moncrief, not a bad card. I just don't recommend it over some of the cheaper cards, and primarily James Harden. So up next we have Reggie Lewis. I almost said Reggie Lewis. Rashard Lewis, and this card was going for a lot cheaper as well, but now he is at 40, which again, oh my gosh, where's the price? I saw him at 40. There we go. Isn't too bad, but I've seen him for cheaper. But this guy is, you could compare him to almost a Kevin Durant, minus a little bit of the athleticism and shot creating, but catch and shoot Hall of Fame, tireless scorer Hall of Fame, limitless range Hall of Fame, corner specialist Hall of Fame. Very good shooter. Definitely run him at power forward if you want. I mean, he's supposed to be a small forward. I forgot to mention he's 6'10", so almost identical to Kevin Durant. Doesn't really have too much of a post game. I mean, he has a post fadeaway, but the fadeaways are broken. Mid-range, of course, is great. A three-pointer, 94, 80, 95, and 88. Can't speed boost. That's kind of the big thing in this card with the 78 ball control. Can't speed boost, can't really create his own shot, but defense is okay. Dunking is okay. You can see there, 85 driving dunk tendency, but again, he can't really create his own shot, but he's a deadly shooter. Would be a very good stretch 4, and that's where I would recommend running this card. Do I recommend this card? If you want someone that's a really good shooter like Kevin Durant, and you can't afford the Kevin Durant, because last I checked he was going for like 90,000. So this might be a good budget Kevin Durant card if you want to call it that. But I've seen a couple gameplays of him, and he's not too bad, but not really my type of player. So up next, here's my favorite Amethyst in the set. I almost said card. Definitely not my favorite card in the set, but Baron Davis, his price was like 50K right away, but people realized how good of a card it is, and it's all the way back up to almost 70. As you can see, this card's price speaks for itself. He's 6'3" point guard, so you could say that's undersized. I mean, this year, because people run LeBron and Giannis at point guard, but not really in real life is he undersized. But look at this, 99 offense, 98 defense. Look at these badges really quick. Pickpocket, Hall of Fame, pick and roll maestro, teardropper, posterizer, and difficult shots Hall of Fame. So that difficult shots is huge, posterizer is huge, and that pickpocket, and I guess pick and roll maestro as well. So stats are amazing. I'm gonna be honest, this card, we'll compare him to Jeremy Lin because a lot of people have him. It can do everything but like a post game. I mean, 38 post hook. Don't really recommend going to the post, but you can see, I'm not even gonna read off all the stats. He's good at everything. 90s everywhere. Great passing. Rebounding isn't a big deal about a point guard. Shot contest is 78, so it's kind of low, but everything else is 90s. He's actually a really good defender as well. So, and then the dunking is the big thing with this card. 96 driving dunk, 95 contact. Pair that with the tendencies of 100. This guy is dunking over everyone, and I assure you he has an amazing dunk package as well. I've seen plenty of posters from this guy. Very good card. So moving on to the first diamond in the set, we have Diamond Grant Hill, and if I'm going to be honest, This card is really cool, but I don't really recommend him just because, okay, we'll get into stats first before I ruin your day. But he has good badges, one-man fast break, relentless finisher, acrobat, posterizer, but I'm going to be honest, he is 6'8", very good driver, but LeBron James can do the same thing. I know this is the 97 LeBron, but even the 95 LeBron is probably just as good, if not better than this card, but we'll compare the stats here. Mid-range isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it's really good, obviously. Open shot 3 is 85, which I think is okay. Some people want 90s everywhere because they just love spamming three-pointers, but I think it's respectable, but it might not be good enough for some people. But as you can see, LeBron James has a better 3, so obviously I'm going to take a LeBron over Grant Hill any day just because it's LeBron James, let's be honest. But he can speed boost. You can see LeBron's a better passer, better defender. Again, I know it's the 97, but it's pretty similar to the 95, so pretend it's the 95. Speed with ball is higher, so obviously since he's a driver, he's going to be a little bit quicker than LeBron. But tendencies as well, like he has a 100 dunk tendency, but I don't know. I just really can't recommend. He's 88,000. I can't really recommend him. I mean, that's not too bad of a price for a diamond like this, but I would have to recommend the 95 LeBron, like I said already like a million times, over this Grant Hill. So sorry to my friend Sean who loves Grant Hill. I know he's played with this card, and he's a really big Grant Hill fanatic. He even would chose LeBron over this card. So if that doesn't say too much, I don't know, take my buddy's advice over it because he's a huge Grant Hill fan. He loved that card last year. So moving on to the holy grail of the set, Diamond Tracy McGrady. Quick snipe. Nope, no quick snipe here, but this guy was going for 500, 600K MT opening day, and right here he's been ending. You can see he's 375 right now. I think there's probably gonna be one more bid, maybe, but he's been ending around 400K, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on the time of day. But this card, absolute animal. I will say his release, I'll get that out of the way right now. His release is kind of funky. It's not bad. It's not like Larry Bird last year bad, but it's not the greatest. But it's T-Mac, and these badges that you see here will definitely make up for it. Pick and roll maestro, relentless finisher, acrobat, posterizer, catch and shoot, tireless scorer, mid-range Jedi, deep range Jedi, and limitless range in difficult shots. So badges are stacked this year, 10 of them. Some of the best badges you can get in the game. I don't know what I'm doing there. He's 6'8" at shooting guard, so that's amazing. Some people have tried to run him at point guard, but that hasn't been too successful for some people that I know that do that. So definitely run him at the shooting guard. We're going to compare him to the Pink Diamond James Harden, because a lot of people, including myself, would recommend getting this Pink Diamond James Harden before the T-Mac. T-Mac just is going for that much because his name, I mean, it's a good card, don't get me wrong. Animations are insane, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't have the T-Mac yet, but this James Harden, I would have a hard time believing that the T-Mac is better than the James Harden, just because this James Harden's so good. But anyway, we'll get to the stats. Post hook, post game, kinda. I mean, 96 post fadeaway, but again, post fadeaways are kind of broken this year. But mid range, of course, is great. 3-pointer, 98. It's the same as James Harden, 98 across the board, amazing. You can see James Harden's a little bit better at free throws, but that's not too big of a deal. Ball control is still good. Can definitely speed boost. Passing, he's a good passer, not amazing, but he's good. Rebounding's okay, especially at a 6'8" height. And then the defense is amazing for a Tracy McGrady card, so 90 consistency. And then the dunking, which everyone thinks about, and the shooting. Compare that with the 100 dunk tendency, with the 98 driving dunk and 97 contact dunk. This guy's posting people all day, and then 90 speed with ball. So if I had a shoe to recommend, I know he wears Adidas, but throw a speed with ball shoe on him, and this card is godly. So I know I kind of sound like I'm hating on this T-Mac. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get this card. I just been waiting for the price to go down, or maybe snipe one, but at 400K, I can't really recommend this card for 400K. I mean, I don't think he definitely won't go down in price unless there's like a dynamic duo pack with him and Vince Carter, and there's just a lot of Tracy McGrady's up, or like a Pink Diamond Tracy McGrady. I can't talk. I don't know. I just can't see this card dropping in price, and I can't really say it's worth that much MT or selling your whole team for. I don't know. Some of you guys are budget ballers out there, not budget ballers, big ballers out there with a lot of MT. I mean, I know I have a lot, but even I'm just kind of cheap, and I'm waiting for this price to go down, just because I personally, if this doesn't say enough either, I personally, even with all this MT, don't really want to fork out that much for this card, just because I know it's not gonna, it's okay, it could break the game depending on who's using it, but I don't really think it's gonna break the game, and I definitely can't break the game with this card, so I'm not gonna spend that much MT. So I'm kind of went off on a tangent there, or just kept going, rambling there, but let's flip over and look at the reward, which is the Diamond Chris Webber, and I really want to talk about whether or not you should, there we go, flip over, really think about completing this set. I kind of want to talk about, some people are saying complete the set, some people are saying don't, and I kind of want to give you my opinion here, but we'll look at the stats first. Relentless finisher, pick and roller, difficult shots, pick and popper, lob city finisher, and hustle rebounder. So good badges, but I'm just thinking that Diamond Anthony Davis, that's what we'll be kind of comparing him to today. Do you want to lock in a set, or do you want to get Diamond Anthony Davis, who might be just as good, maybe not quite as athletic, but almost good, almost better actually, when it comes to the badges, because I think that Anthony Davis has like 7 or 8. But look at the stats, mid-range amazing, 3-pointer 93, which is very good for Chris Webber at power forward, who he's 6'9", by the way, so he's not really undersized for power forward, but you can't really run him at center. Free throws good, dunking is amazing, 98, 95, 90s, and he has 100 dunk tendencies everywhere, as you can see, 100 standing, 100 driving, 100 flashy. And then playmaking is, in my opinion, the low point on this card. I think it should be a little bit higher, just because 1, you're locking in a set, 2, he's not undersized, but he's one of those athletic power forwards that I think should have a better playmaking, because in real life he was a really good playmaker and really good at passing, but 70 ball control is kind of low. I mean, the passing vision is okay, but the passing accuracy is a little low. Speed 86, could be faster. Speed of the ball is pretty slow. I really thought that'd be at least 80, but I think that's kind of very underwhelming as well. Strength, of course, 88, so we can hold his own in the paint pretty well. And then the defense is great as well, 90s across the board. Steal is okay, blocks pretty good, and then the rebounding is really good as well when you pair that with the hustle rebounder. So the point I wanted to get to here was, a lot of people are saying you might as well lock in this set for this card, because you're already spending like 400k on T-Mac, and then that's nothing. If you can afford that, you can definitely afford like 200k more to lock in the rest of the set. And I mean, that's a good point, but unless you're a big Chris Webber fan, or you really don't care if you lock in your MT in one spot and can never use it again, I can't recommend locking in the set for this card. I mean, it's an amazing card, don't get me wrong. I haven't played it, I've seen gameplay, it's amazing, but what would you rather do? Lock in all your MT for this card, and then, I don't know, say a better Anthony Davis comes out, or you want to get like the Diamond Anthony Davis instead. Well, you can't go and sell these cards that you locked in to go get that card. You're stuck with this card. So I completed a lot of collections last year. I wouldn't say I regret it, but I definitely did miss not being able to sell some cards to upgrade players. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on this. Some of you guys maybe have already done it, some of you guys might be thinking about it, and that's just my recommendation. I wouldn't really recommend locking in this set. So again, I kind of went on a little ramble there, but I just really wanted to get that off my, I guess, chest, because I'm just seeing a lot of people lock in collections. I just can't recommend it, because you're never gonna get the MT back. So moving on to my final opinions on this set, let me flip on over to the other screen here, kind of get a better view of the whole set. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, the odds were pretty good at the beginning. The cards are pretty good in the set. I mean, they're not amazing, but they're very cool. The reward's good, and again, people can make a pretty good argument that if you can afford the T-Mac and you're MT millionaire, that you might as well just lock in the set to get this card. And that's a pretty good point as well, because the rest of these cards aren't very expensive compared to the T-Mac, again, who sits at about 400k. So that's my opinion on this set. That's going to be it for the video. I know I tried to make it shorter, but you can only talk so fast, and as you can tell, I was rushing a little bit. I kind of messed up a couple words, so I don't know. I tried to make it shorter, guys, but again, it ended around 20 minutes. But moving on, thank you guys for watching the video. We're at 470 some subscribers last I checked, so we're almost at 500. I always appreciate the comments and just the support in general. I appreciate you guys, especially all of you who watched the video. And I forget his name. I should really I'll shout him out in the description below. But shout out to that guy who told me to make the copper flop, because honestly I wasn't gonna make this. As you can tell, I don't even know if I'm gonna upload it just because it's so late and I feel like the quality isn't the best, but I feel like I kind of owe it to some of you guys who come here every week. So until the next video, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next video.